Hello everybody and welcome back again to a book review. My name is Jamie from Old Shipping Lines and today is the last book of the Unseen series, the Unseen Britannic. I really like this book, so I hope you will like this book too at the end of this review. So hey, that rhymes. But so let's begin. So this book has 7 chapters. And the first one will be Genesis. So the chapter Genesis is talks about the first original name which the Britannic would have had, and it was of course gigantic. And at that time, of course, you had at the beginning the Olympic, the Titanic, and the Britannic. And of course, each ship was supposed to be better than the Olympic class liner before. So the Britannic was supposed to be everything that the Titanic at the time didn't have. But of course, at the end, when the Titanic sank, she was renamed to Britannic. So yeah, it actually talks about that, like about the beginning of how she was supposed to be. Now we move on to chapter number 2, and that is called Building and Fitting Out. Now, of course, when the Titanic sank in 1912, the Britannic was still being built. So what then happened was she would have had a double hull for extra protection, and of course she would have had more lifeboats. And with those lifeboats, there was of course also a new gantry installed. So that was actually one of the biggest changes of the Britannic. And of course she would have had amazing interiors with a new kind of swimming pool. So it also talks about how she actually met the Olympic after she was being launched. And you of course have some amazing pictures of her being built, her launch of course, and her being fitted out. Now the next chapter is called War. Now the original plan for the Britannic would have been that she would have become an ocean liner. But when war broke out, the Admiralty requisitioned her as an hospital ship, as we all know. And then in this chapter you read how the preparations were made. So with all the passenger interiors being stripped out and being replaced with hospital beds and all kind of equipment that would have been on a hospital ship. So that is what you will read in this chapter. And again, some amazing pictures. So yeah. Now the next chapter is called Maiden Voyage, and of course the Maiden Voyage of the Britannic was as an hospital ship. And in this chapter you read how life was on board. You have some amazing pictures of actually people on the Britannic just going along their business. And you read also how people enjoyed themselves on the Britannic, and it's quite interesting because you see some pictures of soldiers who are chilling actually on the Britannic, and it's amazing to see these pictures. So that is then chapter 4. So yeah. Now we move on to chapter 5, and that is called Britannics Wall. In this chapter you read the voyages that she had as a hospital ship, how life again was on board. You actually also have some amazing pictures of the Britannic together with some other hospital ships. So that's very nice to see. And yeah, there isn't much to say about this chapter. Just the voyages that she would have taken, and the circumstances of those voyages. So actually just a normal life on board the HMS Britannic. So yeah, that is chapter number 5. And now we move on to chapter number 6, and that is called Last Voyage. And this indicates the sinking of the HMS Britannic, sadly. In this chapter you read, of course, what happened with the mine, but you also read again a few survivor accounts, one being Violet Jessup and some other survivor accounts, how they experienced the sinking. So that's an amazing chapter in my opinion, not just because the sinking, but also I love survivor accounts, so that is that I like that very much. And then you of course also read the damage of the ship and how she sank. So that is chapter number 6. Now we move on to chapter number 7, and that is called Rescue. And this chapter talks about how the people were rescued in the lifeboats and taken to Greece, what happened to them after the sinking. So that's an interesting chapter, and of course amazing pictures in this book again, or in this chapter. So it's a small chapter, but I mean, again, what can you say? It's the aftermath of the sinking. So that's chapter number 7. And that is the end of a book review, and that also means the end of the Unseen series. I hope you enjoyed this small little series in the book reviews. Please let me know in the comments what Unseen ship review you liked the most. And I quickly also want to thank the new subscribers who have subscribed to my channel. In the last couple of days I've seen the channel grow so much, and it really means a lot to me. Also because when I was a little boy I never thought that I would do something like this. So that to see that the channel is growing is amazing. I will of course leave a link in the bio where you can buy the book yourself. I hope you enjoyed this review, and if you have friends or who like ships, or ocean liner friends who also like ships, please show them my channel. We are trying to reach 200 subs, and we are close to that goal, my friends. We are close. So with that out of the way, guys, have a good night or day wherever you are, and we will see each other on the next video. Bye bye.